Hi, I have carefully selected the top 4 news making the rounds in Nigeria as of today, and I'll be doing my blunt analysis on each and every one of them. So stick around to the end of the video, hit the subscribe button, and let's get going. The first news is that the Minister of Labour has come out to say that the federal government has spent 15.8 billion naira on health allowances for medical doctors and other health workers across the country. My take on it is very simple. Over time, we are used to ministers or government officials coming out to just pronounce figures in billions, and we are used to it. And what the basic substance of that news is to me is that this money is actually spent. It's not as though you just come out to tell us figures. Did they actually spend this money, and did the health workers receive this money? And if that is true, then we should not have health workers or doctors in some quarters or states coming out to threaten the government for a protest, because that is usually the only language that the government understands when it comes to taking care of the welfare of workers. So we just hope that this figure is actually a projection of what the reality is in terms of health workers' welfare, because this is the most important time that we need to take care of our health workers, because these guys are working their hearts out and they are putting themselves in harm's way just to take care of people that need the service. The second news is that the Chief of Staff of the Army, Lieutenant General Buratai, has come out to say that Nigeria is now safer than before. And I can tell you for free that no Nigerian will hear that news and would agree with him, because Nigeria is far worse than it used to be, because insecurity everywhere. You cannot just walk on the street anyhow these days and you'll be afraid that anything might happen to you. Stray bullet might hit you. Look at what happened in southern Kaduna, and the security operatives cannot do anything about it. Bandits walked into a village, killed lots of people, and went scot-free. So there's so much insecurity compared to before, and it is very wrong for him to come out and boldly make this kind of statement without any repercussion or consequences that there will be public outrage. The third news that I want to talk about is the partial closure of the third mainland bridge, and motorists have come out to complain that there has been increase in robbery, and the fear of transportation is very on the high side. And I cannot help but wonder what the government has put in place before this partial closure in the first place. Do they expect us to start protesting before they can mount security operative on that bridge? And I mean, our government is so reactionary in nature. They only react to things. They don't take proactive measures to prevent issues. And now people are getting hurt every day. People are getting robbed on that bridge, and it is just because there's no sufficient security operative, and the security operative that we have are busy carrying the bags of VIPs, and it doesn't make any sense at all. So we don't have to start shouting before government start doing things right when they should do it right, not waiting for things to get worse before they start acting. It's a very wrong way of governance. The fourth news, which is the last news, is the viral video of Dr. Stella Emmanuel, who claimed that hydrochloroquine, zinc, and other drug that they use in the US is the drug to cure COVID-19. Physicians have come out to rebut that it's a false information, and people should not take that information seriously. The World Health Organization has tried this drug and it has failed on some parameters, so what she's saying is basically false. But what I am interested in is that we don't want to hear tomorrow now that what she's saying is correct. They'll have to come out publicly to apologize to this woman, because she was speaking passionately and based on her own experience in her clinic. She says she had treated 350 plus COVID-19 patients, and none of them died, and they went through the same treatment of hydrochloroquine, zinc, and the other drug. Because everybody is desperate of getting a vaccine or a drug that will cure COVID-19, and so that everybody can go about their normal businesses, and even religious centers who wants to open can go ahead to open, because that way people will not be afraid of the virus because there's a drug to treat it. So that's all I have to say as far as the news making the rounds in Nigeria is concerned. Feel free to drop your comment in the section down below, and do not forget to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.